They can be scolded, yelled at, forgotten, and yet, the very next day, they'll still wag their tail to greet you. But did you know this? Right finger, there are things, if you do them even once, that a dog may carry for a lifetime. Not out of resentment, but because the emotional wound runs too deep to fade. You think dogs don't remember for long? In truth, a dog's emotional memory is incredibly strong, especially when it comes to moments where they felt abandoned, hurt, or betrayed. And the saddest part is, right finger, so many of the things dogs never forget come from the very people they love the most, you and me. In this video, I'll share with you 5 common mistakes that a dog might carry with them forever and sometimes may never be able to forgive. But don't worry, because if you're listening to this now, it means there's still time to make things right, to love better, before it's too late. Do you remember the last time you fed your dog on time? When was the last time you gave them fresh water? Or the last time you took them for a walk or scheduled a regular health checkup? We love our dogs, there's no doubt about that. But sometimes, because of busy schedules, stress, or simply fading habits, right finger, we forget. Love isn't just a feeling, it's a responsibility we repeat every single day. To a dog, love means meals served on time. It means clean water to drink, regular walks, a safe and breezy place to sleep. It means they're human, noticing when something feels off, not waiting until they're seriously ill to get help. I once met a golden retriever named Daisy, gentle, never a bother. And perhaps because of that, the family slowly forgot about her. Meals came late. No one noticed when her water bowl ran dry. One day, Daisy stopped eating, lay quietly in a corner, vomiting. By the time they brought her to the vet, it was too late. Daisy passed away quietly, never understanding why the people she loved had become so distant. Right finger, to a dog, being left hungry isn't just about food, it's about losing the feeling of being cared for. Here's a small tip to help you meet your dog's basic needs. Set 2 daily alarms for regular mealtimes. Check their water bowl twice a day, morning and night. Schedule walks, baths, and vaccinations on your phone like any other important task. Watch their poop, urine, and behavior daily for early signs of illness. Right finger, a dog doesn't ask for much, only that you never forget it has needs, just like any other family member. And if you can maintain these simple habits, you're not just raising a pet, you're honoring the trust of a little heart, a heart that believes it's truly loved. But sometimes, even if you feed your dog well and care for them properly, there's still one thing that can undo it all. Right finger, your voice, when it's filled with anger. Have you ever shouted? No. Have you ever raised your voice, pointed your finger, widened your eyes, and your beloved pup shrank back, ears down, confused and afraid? Right finger, that's not discipline. To a dog, that's trauma, a sudden storm coming from the person they trust the most. Dogs don't understand words like, no, stop, why did you do that? What they do feel is the wave of negative energy, the angry tone, and the cold, unfamiliar stare in your eyes. Imagine lying peacefully, and out of nowhere, someone screams in your ear, in a language you don't understand. Right finger, you'd panic. You wouldn't know what you did wrong. You'd just know, this person is angry, and I'm being attacked. I once met an elderly man who had a dog named Bear, a beautiful, smart, sensitive shepherd. Every time Bear accidentally chewed a slipper, the man would raise his voice, point in Bear's face, and yell. After a few months, Bear stopped going near him, even when the man was calm. Because to Bear, that voice had become a scar, one that no apology could erase. Right finger, a dog won't remember what you said, but it will always remember the fear your voice caused. Tips to make things right and teach without fear. Always use a low, firm, and calm tone. If your dog misbehaves, don't yell. Simply stop, look away, and turn your back for 3 to 5 seconds. This calm indifference is highly effective. Instead of punishing, focus on rewarding. Use treats, praise, or gentle pets when your dog behaves correctly. Right finger, your voice can be a lullaby or a thunderclap that shatters their heart. It's up to you. And when you learn to speak in a way that makes your dog feel safe, you'll notice their eyes no longer look wary, but full of trust. But even if you never yell, never miss a meal, never neglect their needs, sometimes, Just ignoring your dog's emotions is enough to leave that little heart deeply wounded. Have you ever lived in the same house with your dog all day, yet never really looked them in the eye? No playtime, no talking, no cuddles. Just passing by each other like strangers? You're busy, you're tired, you're overwhelmed by 100 things out there. But for your dog, you are all they have. You are their whole world. Dogs don't just need food, water, and a place to sleep. They need love, to be touched, to connect through eye contact, a gentle head pat, or a soft hug. If you don't give them that, they won't be mad at you. But slowly, they'll start to retreat, right finger, and one day, you'll notice them lying far from you, even though you're right there. I once met a little dog named Milo, raised in a family that had just welcomed a newborn baby. Since the baby came, all the attention naturally shifted. Milo wasn't abandoned, but his name stopped being called. No more hugs, no more laughs shared. And then one day, Milo stopped running to greet his family at the door. He just lay quietly near the entrance, eyes still and silent, not angry. Right finger, just a little heart that had been left untouched for too long. Right finger to a dog. Being ignored doesn't just feel like a lack of attention, it feels like they no longer matter. Tips to nurture your dog's emotional world each day. Spend at least 5 to 10 minutes daily just playing or cuddling, no phones. No TV. Look them in the eyes when you call their name. Dogs feel love through your gaze. Talk to them. They may not understand your words, but they do understand the emotion in your voice. Right finger, a dog doesn't need you to say, "I love you," they just need to see it in your eyes. Feel it in your hands, and sense it in your presence. And if you touch your dog's heart every single day, you'll never need to worry about bad behavior again. Right finger, because a heart that feels loved doesn't rebel. But there's still one more thing. Even if you love your dog deeply, forcing them to face their greatest fear might be enough to leave lasting emotional scars they'll never forget. Have you ever thought, is my dog afraid of water? Just throw them into the lake a few times, they'll get used to it. Afraid of loud sounds? Just crank up the music, they'll stop being scared eventually. Sounds reasonable, but in reality, it's the opposite. Right finger for dogs. Fear is a survival instinct, not something they can push through by being forced into panic. Every time you push a dog into a situation that terrifies them, you're not helping them become stronger. You're breaking the belief that you are their safe place. Dogs don't need to become fearless warriors. They just need you to understand and walk with them through that fear, step by gentle step. With respect. I once met a husky named Luna, terrified of fireworks. During the holidays, her owner thought, let's take her to watch fireworks. She'll get used to it. That night, Luna yanked her leash, slipped, trembled, panicked, and ever since, even the sound of balloons popping would send her into a frenzy. She no longer trusted anyone to keep her safe, because the one she trusted most had taken her to the scariest place of all. Right finger for dogs. Fear isn't weakness, it's a real emotion, one that deserves to be acknowledged. Tips to help your dog face their fears safely. Always start with the mildest version of the trigger, a soft sound, or a far distance. Pair the experience with small rewards, a calm voice, and a reassuring gaze. Never force your dog to face it now. Let them move forward when they feel ready. Right finger. A dog learns courage when they know you're by their side, not pushing, not leaving. And if you're patient enough to walk with them through each fear, you won't just help them overcome, you'll build an unbreakable bond of trust. But the most heartbreaking thing is, even if you've done nothing wrong, right finger, just by ignoring them, staying silent, or no longer returning their affection, you may leave a silent scar in their heart. No yelling, no hitting. Sometimes, all it takes is you walking past without a glance, without saying their name, without a gentle touch. Right finger into your dog. That feels like, I don't matter anymore. Dogs live through connection. They don't need expensive gifts. They don't demand to play 24/7. They just need a look, a word, a glance, to know that you still see them, still care. When you ignore them, give no response, no attention, over and over, they don't understand why. They don't know what they did wrong. All they feel is, I'm here, and it seems like no one needs me anymore. I once knew a collie named Max, fiercely loyal. After a breakup, Max's owner fell into depression, no play, No words. No eye contact for weeks. Max still sat nearby, still laid his head on their knee, still watched every time they moved, but received only silence. One day, Max stopped sitting there. He withdrew, curled up alone, and stopped seeking that gaze. Right finger, not because he was angry, but because he didn't know what else to do just to be seen again. Right finger to a dog. Being ignored isn't just a lack of attention. It feels like their love has been rejected. Tips to heal if you've unintentionally ignored your dog. Gently approach them, say their name, and re-establish eye contact. Sit down and hold them close for at least 2 minutes each day. Even silence can be healing. Try playing the old games they used to love, to awaken the sense of safety they once felt. Right finger. A dog never expects you to be perfect, only that your silence doesn't become your absence. And sometimes, just one small gesture can mend an aching heart that never learned how to speak. Because in the end, dogs can forgive, but there are some wounds they carry forever, unless you notice in time. Dogs don't know how to hold grudges. They don't keep score. They don't write diaries about their pain. And they have no one to vent to. They only have you. And they remember you, with their heart. The mistakes you've made, they may not understand, but they can feel the changes, the distance, the hurt, little by little. And even though they can't say it, they still hope. Right finger that you'll look back. That you'll realize. That you'll return to where the love began, that gaze. That wagging tail. That wordless connection. Dogs forgive faster than any creature. But they're also so loyal. They'll carry their wounds for a lifetime, just to stay by your side. So if you've ever forgotten a meal,